No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm gonna share some of them stories with you on this channel. That's right, man. I told you I had something very special for you guys. We didn't want to give no long opening. We didn't want to drop no long videos. We just want to get right to the meat and potatoes. That's right. We hungry. We want the food. Guess what, man? What we're talking about today? That's right. Military myths exposed. The movies lied to you. Not only that, we got to take it a little further, though. We got to take it just a little further, right? And I hope you guys have an amazing day hearing the sound of my voice. But this is what we're really going to dive into. That's right. 5 things that don't, I said don't, happen in the Army. The movies lied to you once again. That's right. There's a lot of these films that have gave these people out here an idea of what goes on in the military. And I'm going to share you 5. I'm going to share only 5. I can go through a full list of these things, but I'm only going to share 5. I don't want to take too much time today, man. It's a powerful day. I am super excited. And guess what? You get to see my face. There we go. Boom. You know what I mean? We got the green looking all good. You know what I mean? You got the lovely bag. And listen, I got my babies. My babies came to support today. So I got my babies right behind me, man. You see, I got my son-in-laws over here. You know what I mean? Now that has became my favorite apron. Yeah, painter's apron, right? Today I've actually came up and damn near completed with the painting. I just got to add some names in the back of the painting, sign off, and send a little note and get that thing moving. With that being said, I appreciate you guys tapping in. I'm super excited for what we finna do today. You guys seen that opening picture that I put up. Yeah. You probably seen some of the movies like Hurt Locker, Rambo, a few movies, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. Bro, these are movies, bro. It's movies. They gotta be creative. They can't just show everything. Well, damn it, you gotta give people what they really need. What's going on, man? Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising to everybody, man. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe like you guys normally do. Appreciate everybody that was tapping in. I just got off the phone with an individual yesterday, and he didn't even know that I had a role in the show, and that lets you know it's getting out there and it's going up, and I am thankful, highly thankful of it, man. And shout out to Angel, like I always do. I always shout her out, man. She keeps me going. Right now, she is working this system to get her books out and rolling. She already got a few books out. The girl got so much stuff going on about helping me, being a mom. I just want to give her flowers right now. I want to give her the flowers, the land. We're working on that part. Acres and mules. You don't know if we're going to have too many donkeys, but I'm pretty sure we might have a horse or a cow. I don't know. But we here. We're rocking out today, and I hope you guys are excited because we're going to have some fun with this one today. Right? So with that being said, I even got a little opening message for you guys. That's right. People swear the Army is like the movies. Yeah, y'all do. Yeah, y'all do. Non-stop yelling. Non-stop shooting, and everybody's built like Captain America. Y'all know how y'all be. Y'all know how y'all do. Not Captain America when you was a little kid. Captain America with the big chest, big muscular muscles. Everybody's super fit. We gonna get into that today. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Now, let me be clear right now. Half of what civilian thinks that goes on in the military, it don't happen. It don't happen. Now, I'm not saying there's not a lot that does go on. There is. But there are a few things that don't. And with that being said, one of the ones that individuals may think goes on all the time is the drill sergeants yelling 24/7, 7 days a week. No, they're not yelling all the time. I know you guys may have seen the movie Major Payne and classic movie. Love the movie. Awesome movie. You know what I mean? First time you're getting to see doing the damn the robot, you know what I mean? He got to be with the bad chick. Y'all remember watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know what I mean? And there, you know, just getting the whole vibes. And most of us as kids watching that really felt like the first part of that movie, that's how I rolled. Just imagine being being around an individual like that really dug into your ass like that 24/7, 7 days a week. Now, do they yell? Do they get on you about things? Yes, it happens a lot. Now, I'm not saying it happens 24/7. Maybe a little bit in basic, but not after that. After you graduate basic, right, you find out these dudes got regular lives, regular things going on, and they not really bumping you over the head every day. Hell, I know after I graduated basic, hell, I ran into one of the drill sergeants later on. What's going on, man? What's going on, soldier? How you doing? Da, da, da. Just a whole casual conversation. That heard that those rumors that you hear, and when you watch the movies, oh yeah, man, it's a bunch of hazing going on. There are some things that do go on. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't 24/7, 7 days a week. Most of the time, all it is about you breaking down your mental. You know what I mean? Breaking down what you was taught when you was raised. Breaking down your body on how you been rolling with the big cereal bowl. You know how you do with your cartoons. And you know what I mean, your body kind of out of shape. You know what I mean, it's really breaking you down to have you restructure. Do they yell? Yes. At a time, they was allowed to put hands on you. Now they got stress cards. So obviously you guys aren't really being pushed that much. But most people think that in the military, the drill sergeants are like the most evil people in the world. And I'm going to tell you, they're not. There's individuals that are a lot more evil than them. And normally that comes with a Blue Falcon. Another soldier that be screwing up so much that causes the drill sergeant to get on your ass. Yeah, I mean, now I'm not gonna lie, I had my moments. I got my boots smoked in basic, but not really outside of that. You're absolutely right. I'm telling you, man, like, you know, and then here's the thing. When I first got down to Fort Benning, that's where I went to go do basic at, and got down there in home of the infantry. All right. Now, me, in my mind, I'm thinking boot camp. Even though, you know, you had ROTC in school, you had like all of these little programs, and I'm thinking more boot camp is going to be like civilian boot camp. Like, you know what I'm saying, when you go get in trouble and then you got to go, you know what I'm saying, you got to fight your way every day to prove yourself. That was my first thoughts. But once we got to Benning and got off a little nice bus, and they started, put your hay bag up, be back. They, you know, they little hazing, you know what I mean? But it's made for you to get a little stronger. Some of us are not as strong or disciplined as others. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, like my old man used to yell at me all the damn time. Hell, I used to rather get beat by my old man instead of him yelling and hitting me with an hour lecture. You know what I mean? Just slap me with something, throw something at me. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than have the long lectures. But no, I'm telling you guys, right after basic, man, you can go have a drink with the drill sergeant, you know what I mean? Then they'll tell you about how they were stressed in life. Most drill sergeants got so much going on. They dealing with our funky asses, and then they got to go home to deal with their spouse. They got a whole nother life. And I learned as basic went on, I also learned this. The way you master basic, follow instructions, do what you do, be physically fit, make sure you learn the soldier creed, you know what I'm saying, and keep your shit dress right. But I also learned that the more you screw up, the more times you screw up, the longer the drill sergeants have to be. That means they cannot go home until things are done the right way. At least that's how it was when I was at Benning. And our first sergeant, oh man, that dude. That dude wasn't having it no other way but the right way. So the drill sergeants couldn't go home until things was right. Even when they come in there and toss the room and all that. It's just a mind fuck. It's just a shake your marbles up in your head a little bit, but it ain't as bad as the movies make it seem. You know what I mean? Not running around with dresses. You're not running around like that. I don't know if y'all seen Full Metal Jacket. You know what I mean? Now, sometimes Hollywood will kind of push it a little further, but I mean, it's all a part of the system, right? Once you get out there and you go to AIT, you start to realize, man, this stuff ain't as bad as what these people making it seem. It really ain't. It could be, but it's not. It's not. All right, so listen, check it out. So we already debunked the drill sergeant thing. Gave a little bit of that, right? Most of the time, they're really watching you. It's like a babysitter. Can I say that? People, am I saying this right? Drill sergeant is like the babysitter from hell. But trust me. The silence is worse than the yelling, because you don't know what to think. You don't know if you did something wrong or right. You ever well, there's a time we have to dig our own. In Benning, we used to have to do these little digs, right? You have to dig a spot where you lay at. And when I was in, we have these pup tents, but you have to share, like we have these green tents, and you have to share pieces with another soldier to make a full tent. Right now, I had got in when BDUs were still in, you know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot of shining some boots, a lot of messing some things up, you know what I mean? You saved your winter stuff for presentation when it was time for you to graduate. I had winter stuff on. I didn't even have so much stuff on. My stuff was jacked up, but my winter stuff was all nice and clean, right? But it's most of the time that you really want to be kind of nervous about something around drill sergeant is when they get quiet. When they get quiet and just looking at you, or they having them sidebar conversations and they're hitting you with the knife of hell. This is how they talk to you. It's not a, hey, come here, let me put my arm around you. No. It's that, hey, and once you get one of them, you may have messed something up. Especially when you get the drill sergeant, you got 3 or 4 drill sergeants, they all huddled up and they over there just looking at you, and you got the damn drill sergeant hat just. And they used to do this, right? When we really would get messed up, you know what I mean? I still got a shirt from Basic. I got to fund that shirt. I actually drew the picture for that shirt too, right? Got my little private name on everything, right? But this is what they used to do, right? They'll get the brim of that hat and pop it. I can laugh at this now. But then they'll get the brim of that hat and pop you in your head to get your attention. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they still doing that now, but they used to do that, right? They used to do that. But it's all about building you up, man. So with that being said, we debunked that one, right? Here's the next one, man. Soldiers shoot guns every day. Every day, soldiers shoot guns every day. Hollywood makes it seem that way. Nah. You are not shooting a weapon every single day. You may do it a lot. But you're not doing it every day. I'm trust and believe. You're not out there Ramboing it up every day. No, it's not like that. It's nothing like that. Now, you may be COP and cleaning that weapon all the time. You may be doing that. You may be taking it apart just to give you something to do until the next mission come down, until the next assignment come down, or it's time to go to a motor pool, or you got to go to the range. But you're not shooting every day. Normally those things are scheduled out. Y'all just don't understand. The reason why you're not shooting every day, that's a lot of ammo to count. That's a lot of brass to pick up. That's after you fire your weapon, the brass that's left over, that's what I'm talking about. You got to clean that stuff up. That stuff got to be accounted for. Yeah, so you're not shooting every day. The reality of it is, man, you might go a few months here and there without even touching a weapon. Seriously. Here's why. You got paperwork. You got maintenance. You got briefings. You got the hurry up and wait orders, right? And then, depending on where you were stationed at, I was stationed at Raleigh. So at Raleigh, there's a set of ranges, man. And you got infantry. Everybody is using these ranges. So hey, you're not just running through that shit every day. So you can go ahead and get that out. You can go ahead and get that out the way. You know what I mean? You can go ahead and get out that shit out your mind. You come to the military, you're not finna get out here. They're not finna issue no badass weapon, nothing that you choose. You're not finna get all these magazines. You're not finna do none of that until it's time for you to go down range, at least until it's time for you to go to a range. But yeah, man, you ain't shooting a weapon every day. Now, I will say this, for some soldiers that were real high speed and chose to kind of jump on board and get on the ammo squad or do some other things, they may have got a little bit more time. But most of the time, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. No. Now it's good for you to practice make perfect. Muscle memory is great. Practicing your breathing control, trigger squeeze, and all that type of stuff is right. But you're not doing that every day. You're not doing that every day. So anybody tell you, man, I'm finna go, man, I'm gonna be shooting everything up. The devil's a lie. The devil's a lie. It just don't work that way. It don't work that way, right? So let's get that one. You can go ahead and get that one out your head. Hollywood do make it seem like that way, that you're in firefights every morning you get up. No. This is how I rock out. This is literally how it goes, or at least this is how it went for me while I was in the military, right? When you get to your actual duty station, this is really how it goes. You got to get up. You got to go to PT. You do your PT. After you do PT, you go get cleaned up. You got just enough time to make it up the hill. At least where I was at Raleigh. Make it up the hill to get you something to eat, depending on if you stayed at the barracks or stayed outside of the barracks. Kind of give you a window of time. And after you get something to eat, you got to rush and come back to go get to first formation. You do not want to be late for the first formation, right? I mean, you do your first formation, then you get a list of things that you got to do. And as they say, shit rolls downhill. So they'll get some orders from up here and it just goes all the way down till it gets all the way down to your ass. You know what I mean? Or your sergeant's ass. And they tell you what you need to do for the day. Most of the time, it may not be that much to do. But guess what? There's always something to do in the military. There ain't never nothing not to do in the military. There's always something to do. Don't ever tell no sorry, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do. Gotta go home. Guess what? You finna go mop something. You finna go clean something. You finna pick something up. It's always something to do. Even when my kids be like, Dad, I'm bored. Okay. It's always something to do, right? But most of the time, you're not really doing all that stuff. The movies do be making it seem like, woo, this, yeah, we're finna get out here and do some badass stuff. It don't work that way. Now, there's some cool stuff you do get to do, especially when you get on certain details, certain squads, or you're attached to an infantry unit. You do get to do some different things, man. But most of the time, yeah, right there. You see it, right? Right there. Cleaning weapons. Did you clean your weapon? Yeah, go clean it again. Man, did you do the PMCA? Yeah, I did that, man. Go do it again. Did you get all the oils? Go do it again. Go get that kitty litter. Go kill some of the oil stains up. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Matter of fact, we really ain't got, let me tell you something. We really ain't got nothing to do. It's really nothing came down the pipeline for us to do. Guess what you finna do? Police call. Not call 911, dog. No, you finna get up here and pick up everybody else's crap. Now, for those that have been locked into this channel, for those that have been watching me, all right, let me tell you something. I ain't picking up no goddamn cigarette butts. I got my ass smoked multiple times. Listen, I smoke certain things at certain times. Listen. Yeah, I want them. Hey, so I'm going ahead and get in front lean rest right now. I'm not picking up no goddamn cigarette. I pick up anything. Listen, y'all, I ain't no better than nobody else. I ain't picking up no cigarette, bro. I don't smoke cigarette. My old man, he ended up being unalive from smoking them damn cigarettes, them cancer sticks. That's the old folk call them cancer sticks. Listen. Listen. Nah. I'm finna go ahead and get my push-ups out right now. Not doing it. Anything else, I'll pick it up. Bottles, trash, goddamn condom wrappers. I said it. Yeah, I said it, and I'm not playing. There's some shit out there. You just never know. You bastards be throwing away some more ignorant shit. And most of the time, it be the civilians that be working on posts. Because they know they ain't gotta have to pick it up. I'm just giving it to you how it is. For Riley, that motherfucking wind be blowing. And everybody else's shit is gonna come to that motor pool or come to wherever you are. It's like it's got this mind of its own, right? Got its own mind. Like, you know what? This trash is gonna end up where y'all gotta be at. Toe the line. Put your arms out. And anything in your arm reach vicinity is what you're supposed to be picking up. Got my ass smoked a couple times. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Come get these weapons out of this arms room. You goddamn right. And that shit used to suck. Oh, that used to suck, man. That's oh God. And then don't be that one. Sorry, I can't find my firing pin. What? Don't be that guy if you don't know what the firing pin is. Let me tell you something. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Boy, talking about it's gonna be a long day. We can't close none of this down. Ain't nobody going home with their fucking firing pin. Just saying, there's always something to do in the military. There's always something to do in the military. So no, you're not shooting guns every day. Drill sergeant ain't yelling at you all the time. Unless you're just doing some old dumbass shit, you know what I mean? You're gonna do what you are gonna do. You're gonna do a lot of hurry up and wait. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do a lot of hurry up and your ass gonna wait. I'm just saying. I'm being real with you. Hurry up and wait. You be complaining about the Six Flags line. Motherfucker, please. 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 It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, the DMV line piss you off? Shit. You watching everybody else go home. Everybody getting out of here. I think it was a word back in that thing. That shit was called zonk. Oh, that's when you motherfucker just break off and take off running. We ain't never got one of them. I think I may have got one of them. In my whole 6 years, 4 months, and 3 days in the military, I may have gotten one zonk. And I don't even think that's a real fucking word. We just knew whenever that shit was screamed out, you just take off. I only got to do it once. For you other ones that experienced that multiple times, kudos to your ass. But guess what we were doing? Still sitting in that damn motor pool. Arguing with each other, mad at each other, looking at each other like, damn, bro. Damn, man, we're ready to go. And don't let it be inspection time. Oh, when it's time to inspect some shit, we're gonna get all that. Hey, man, go ahead and get all that stuff out that Connex. Man, hey, slow it down, bro. It's on 4 o'clock. It's like 4. Nah, come on. And you dragging, oh, God, and the supply people, you drag their ass. Oh, no shade to the supply people. We love y'all. We need y'all, man. Everybody that got their certain job, we need your job. But y'all, inspection time, counting all that shit, laying shit out all day in the hot sun. Oh, man, you walk around with boots on. You know, some people don't put the powder in the boots. So walk around funky feet. Some people don't wash their ass. All type of shit going on. Everybody pissed off, mad. Some jackass over here trying to make funny jokes and you just like, shut the hell up. I'm ready to go home. Count that shit. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm missing stuff over here. After you get out here and count, you know, everybody can't count. So get what? Man, we got to do another recount. What? I remember times we can get home till it was motherfucking nighttime. Yeah, we still getting up doing PT in the morning. Don't get too drunk. Oh, it. So yeah, it's always something doing. Another myth. All right, another myth. I ain't gonna hang on to these. I still got about 3 more to go over. Right, then we're gonna get into some other things. But listen, Hollywood don't tell you these things. The goddamn MEPS person don't tell you. The recruiter don't tell you these things, man. These things that you have to learn along the way, unless you had somebody like me or somebody that served before you that dropped some of these gems on, hey, man, that's what you finna expect. And then again, you might have a second thoughts. But I'm gonna tell you this, best thing ever happened to me. Best and worst thing ever happened to me was joining the military. The best and worst thing ever happened to me was joining the military. I wouldn't be able to do some of this stuff I'm doing right now if it wasn't for the military. Just saying, right? Let's get on to this third one, man. Everyone is in perfect shape. Civilians think the Army is full of shredded athletes. Like every formation looks like a fitness commercial. My ass. Y'all seen it? Y'all see what just happened a few months ago? Y'all see what happened a few months ago? What that dude say up there? He said, F-A ever. Oh, y'all may know what that mean. Fuck around, find out. Yeah, man, everybody ain't coming in that mug physically fit. Everybody ain't coming in there Arnold Schwarzenegger ready. No. Everybody ain't around there looking like Rambo. No. Hell no. Most of them look like the officer that just got fired. The police didn't work out, so they went to the military. Or the other way around. Seen that happen a lot too. Yeah, you got donut eating, glizzy eating. People coming around. You got all shapes and sizes. People busting tape every day. Most people ain't even in their right weight class. It's just a real thing. You gotta think. Most people that's coming to the military, now I'm not all. Some of you guys high speed. Some of you guys came in there physically fit, star athletes on the team. You just probably jacked up and messed something up. So it was either jail or military. You came down the way. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's average everyday people. Average everyday people. College didn't work out, so I'm going to the military. Man, this job getting on my nerves, man. I'm finna go to the military. What they finna do? They gonna pay me an extra $400 to go to a rapid deployment unit? Bet. Let me get that. You know what I mean? That's normally happening. Ain't nobody come around this mug jacked. And now, I'm not saying there's not individuals that are like super big. There are some super big ones, but everybody ain't coming around there just ready to go to Olympics or nothing like that. This is not the Gladiators. Y'all remember that show, The Gladiators? This ain't it. You see it? And now while you're in trust and believe, you can get in some shape. You're gonna get in the best shape of your life. You really are. Especially you got the particular fortitude and the discipline and the drive to kind of push yourself a little harder. You're gonna be in the best shape of your life. The best shape. Your stamina gonna be up. Now, with that being said, everybody ain't like that. Hey, some people just hear, hey, I'm ready to get this bread, do what they start telling me, and I just want to go home. You got all type of different minded individuals, all different type of people. So everybody not so gun-ho like that. There's all shapes, all colors. The military accepts them all, especially the Army. You know they're still going 42. You can hop in at 42 right now. Go ahead, sign up. Space and opportunity. You can't don't tell me you ain't got no job and you under 42. Man, go ahead, take your ass over there, sign up. They'll take you right now. Right now, yeah, they're gonna give you a job. May not be the job you want. Man, you gonna have a job. You gonna have something to eat. You know what I mean? You gonna have a roof over your head, and you gonna get a little change in your pocket. Basic necessities that you need. You're gonna be all right. No, for real. I'm just saying. You see PT studs, average Joes, and people who barely pass. The Army is a cross-section of America, not the Marvel movies. Some folks run like gazelles. That's the ones that's running A groups, A++ groups. Those are the ones that are doing 12-minute 2 miles, 11-minute 2 miles. I think Dubali did his 11 2 miles in 11:15, something like that. Bro, blazing. Now he gone. You know what I mean? Then you got others that are carrying the whole motor pool on their back. No judging. Hey, I am not judging, dog. Do what you gotta do, get your paper. Just saying. I'm just saying. I put a little weight on my damn self. You know what I mean? I'm proud of myself. I lost a little weight. But even at that, y'all know how most of the time you go around and you see a lot of National Guard and you see some of these other people, they kind of highlight in the news and they, about 3 something, you know what I mean? Belly down there over their knees. That's a real thing. Now, I believe the military is starting to push a lot of them out, but you keep busting tape and you're not able to do what you gotta do. You gotta go on. You gotta move on. You ain't able to fire. Here's the thing. I am gonna say this. You are not able to fireman carry your battle that's next to you. You might need to go. But you could pick up a slice of pizza, there's a problem. No judging. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? There's little common sense behind that, right? You gotta be able to move, you know what I mean? Think smarter, not harder. We ain't out here trying to kill ourselves. But we do want to have at least the basic essentials to be able to survive to see another day. But with that being said, everybody in this motherfucker out here looking all good and great. Nope. Now, let's get to the big ones now. Let's just get to the big one right now. Deployments are constant action. Lies. What you mean? I've done 2 deployments. I've been to Iraq twice. Other people have been to Afghanistan. Even some of the older sergeants I've had did Desert Storm, man. A couple of my uncles done did Vietnam. All right, let me tell you something. Is there action? Yes, depending on what your job is. All right, depending on where you have been deployed to. Nowadays, some of these deployments are cakewalk. Just saying. You luck of the draw. So, hey, and I don't hate on nobody. Not hating on nobody. Some of us went to some spots that wasn't so good. Some other people got deployed in some spots that was, hey, this shit nice. There's a bunch of Air Force around here. You can do everything you want. I've seen some people like that. You know what I mean? Especially people that's out there at the Cross-Sabers, right? That's where the big medic joint in Iraq was. We in the South spot. We was out there at 5 Falcons. So we didn't have too much. But we did what we can. You know what I mean? We was out there supporting the cops and everything. But with that being said, is there combat all the time, every time? There's a lot. And while we was out there at Falcon, we got hit a lot of rockets, a lot of incoming. That's for shit sure. You get used to that after a while. But the way the movies kind of portray it, where every day you wake up, there's an attack going on. Now, it may be some small arms, fire, stuff like that. But like we were talking, like we were trained, man, we worrying about that small arm fire, man. You know what I mean? Just depending on what you're driving, what you're in, you know, you gotta be worried about those improvised devices. That's more. And while I was in, that's what we was more worried about. At the time, we had the little old school rhinos on the Humvees. Now most people got what, the MRAPs and all this other stuff now, but we had the Humvees, and you have to worry more about the EFPs. That's when the round comes through the vehicle. And it ain't so much the round that comes through the vehicle, it's what comes after that, when you being roasted in the vehicle. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the dudes that was out there riding in the Strikers. You know what I mean? That's a big tank on 8 wheels. I mean, them dudes used to roll up and down, or they used to roll with us on convoy. So, you know what I mean? Is there combat? Does that stuff happen? It does, but it's not every single day of every moment. While you in the States, nah. Depending on where you be deployed at, yeah. In the States, not so much. Not real lot. Until you have them, you know, you have them moments where people's minds break and they come through and start spraying stuff up. We had some of that stuff happen down here at Fort Hood. You know what I mean? But it don't happen every day. It ain't every day. It ain't all the time. I mean, it's good to be prepared. It's good to, you know, stay alert, stay alive. But you ain't doing that all the time. It ain't all the time. There's a lot of long shifts. There's a lot of guard duty. There's a lot of repetition. That's for sure. You know what I mean? But there are moments when things do go boom, boom. And shit do happen. I'm not saying they don't. It happened a lot. My first deployment, that shit happened a lot. A fucking lot. Second deployment, incoming, but not as much as the first one. You know what I mean? But we was constantly on mission though. So we rolling in and out the gate a lot. You know what I mean? But it happens, but not that much. Not the way Hollywood portrays it be. Not that much. And am I saying it don't happen? I'm not saying it don't happen. It don't happen to everybody, because everybody's job don't have you rolling outside the gate. Everybody's job don't have you rolling doing patrol. Some people are just running supplies. Some people are doing paperwork. Some people are the medics, and everybody got their own job, and everybody's job is important. Don't let people fool you on it. Man, what you did? What was your MO? When people tell me that shit, bro, what was your MOS? What did you do? And that instantly tells me, you know what that instantly tells me, man? That motherfucker probably ain't do shit in their job. When your mom asks me, I'm like, bro, if you gotta ask me that, you probably one of them dudes that really didn't do nothing else. Unless you was attached to an infantry unit and you supporting the infantry unit, or you was in the infantry, you can already tell by a person's energy. Oh yeah, that motherfucker, that motherfucker ain't wrapped too tight. Just saying. I'm just saying. Now, big one, right? So we done went through 4 of these, and we'll run back through these 4 real quick, right, before I move on. But all right, so the first one was drill sergeants yell 24/7 out the day. It's a myth. It's a big myth. They don't yell all the time unless you're just constantly jacking up, messing up. Yeah, they yell then. You know what I mean? It comes with the territory, all right? Second one was soldiers shoot guns every day. No, you're mostly cleaning your weapon. First, you got to be able to clear the range. But anyways, out there Kentucky windies and shit. But let me tell you something. Yeah, everybody ain't shooting every day. Most of the time, you're learning your job. You focus on what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's you're doing your job most of the time, right? And you're out there training on doing your job so you can be a better asset when you do get your opportunity to go down range. That's what this whole thing is about. You know what I mean? That's what this whole thing is about. All right? Everybody is in perfect shape. The devil is a lie. Nope. That's not saying you do not have the ability or opportunity to get in shape. Yeah, you got plenty of that. You got that every morning. Don't matter if it's 13 degrees outside. Yeah, man, if we go on, if we go on this run today. Don't worry, you're gonna start sweating. You're gonna be all right. Yeah, you got a little bit of that. But and deployments are constant action. There's a lot. I'm not saying it's not, y'all, and adding on to that, right? Before we get to this last one, adding on to that, depending on where you're deployed and depending on what your job is, depending on what you did and had to do, man, that shit can really discombobulate your mind. I am a perfect example of that, as many others are. You get to see some things that average people don't get to see, all right? But with that being said, you're not always running out there jumping over barriers, low crawl. You ain't out there running like Rambo, low crawling, hitting the duck roll, diving, shooting while you diving in the air. It's not that. It don't work like that, right? It's just that don't happen. Most of the time when there's something drastically going on and things are really getting out of line, trust and believe, man, they finna send an airstrike. I've watched that happen multiple times. I've literally watched, and they get that call and that motherfucker come down, nonstop. It get quiet, and that motherfucker come back up. It's a helicopter coming back up, and all you see that smoke, and then you hear the sound, and you hear that. I'm not laughing, y'all, but hey, it's something to see. The movies, you can watch as many movies. You can watch as many movies you want. You can watch the documentaries all you want until you see that I'm talking about see that and hear that sound. Man, it's nothing like it. Hell, IMAX ain't even getting that close. I heard the Odyssey was a shit. I heard people say Odyssey was shit. But I'm just saying, until you see some things like that or feel the vibration of the explosion going off, hearing the sound of that, if you get check this out, you get a handful of Skittles or Mike and Nikes, right? And you hear them and you drive and have somebody throw them bitches at your windshield, right? That is what happens after the kaboom. That's the shrapnel and that hot ass metal coming at your windshield of your vehicle. You know what I mean? And, there are certain things I can explain that might help people understand a few things. All right. So you want to feel what it's like to first step into Iraq when it's super hot. I want you to do is turn your oven up, right? Turn your oven. If you got an oven, the air fryer not going to work, y'all. You got to go to an oven. Get you an oven, right? Go get an oven. Turn the oven up. Turn it up. You know what I mean? Let the little sound go off. Let you know the oven's ready. And I'm right when you open the oven, stick your head right there.
That's it. That's the first feel of that heat, glistening, that ready to bake that skin of yours. Whew. Now, mind you, you still got a bunch of gear on, got all your shit on, all your PPE on, and you carrying all your rounds and weapon. Yeah. Depending on where you're at, throwing shit in the truck. And sometimes our first few missions, our damn heat didn't work. Just being real. I got pictures to prove this shit. You know what I mean? And I found, just recently seen that they posted some videos and pictures of what's going on, what we had going on at Fort Falcon. It's crazy. When I seen it, I was like, whoa, I ain't seen some of these people in a long time. And some of the people are not here today. So RIP to them, man, you know, but yeah, like I said, you know, all deployments, is nothing to play with, serious business, but you're not always getting hit up every single day. Even some of the special forces will tell you that some of those missions are designated to certain individuals, right? And even at that, they will tell you most of them motherfuckers are running around shopping at the shops, walking around with big ass water bottles with alcohol in it. Not telling nobody. It's just the way it go. All right. So the fifth one, man, the big one. This is the big one. This is the big kumbo. This is the big cojones one, right? The Army gives you everything you need. Stop the cap. No. It's a job, y'all. It's a job. Military is a job. They give you the basic essentials for you to do the job. I'm just saying. This is what it is. This is what happens. This is what's going on. No. The military does not give you everything you need. Man, when you gotta go to CIM, they're gonna give you all the stuff that you need. Do your job in which you need to do. But here is the kicker. When you receive all your stuff and when it's time for you to get out of the service, you did your time or much time you wanted to do or whatever happened for you to get out, and it's time for you to turn in that gear, best believe you're not going to have everything. You're not going to have everything, and your ass is about to be charged for that shit. Yep. Yup. You are about to be charged for everything that you did not have. You best believe it. Don't stop playing. Don't mess around and get you no AFES card either. We'll talk about that another time. Right? I was talking to Green earlier, and he was telling me about all these credit cards and all this other shit. And I was like, bro, no. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna stay away from that. But yeah, man, the military does not give you everything you need. They give you the basics, the basic things that you need. No soldiers buy their own boots, gloves, flashlight, knives, snacks, rug, all that. No, that don't work. You are issued that stuff. You do have individuals. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I did too, because I wasn't gonna be wearing some of the other stuff. I have to make sure I got my own certain things, right? But you had to have your basic uniform, basic everything they give you so you can do your missions and your jobs. They don't just, you're just out there, you're just not out there. Got your goddamn Rambo shit around your head. No, I'm not doing none of that. Dress right, dress. Everybody looking the same. Everybody rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it rolls, man. Now, people think the Army gives you the perfect gear, the perfect housing, the perfect everything. No, it don't work that way. And let me say this. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I know how you motherfuckers are. Hold on. Let me say this shit. When it comes to veterans, right? I'm a veteran, right? Many people that tap into this, that watch these little things, I be rolling these shows and little things I be rolling and talking about for this little hour of time. They watch it. For all my vets out there and active duty that's still out there getting to it, salute to y'all. Don't ever forget Murphy Law still exists. You know what I mean? Make sure you are checking and rechecking everything that you own, got, and have. Because your ass will get out here and be played, right? Military is a great way to build a solid foundation for your life, especially you a single soldier out here. You know what I mean? You ain't got too much responsibility or nothing like that. Man, you golden. It's a great way to start life. It's a great way to start life. Great way to get all your eggs and then cross your I's, dot your T's, all that too. Well, dot your I's and cross the T's. Great way to start life, especially you ain't got nothing going right now, and you under the age of 42, under the age of 43. They're still taking it 42. Probably got to count a couple of months in there. But I am telling you, as a person that went, served, did my thing, and I served with some amazing people, right? Amazing people. Some people I'm still locked in with to this day. I'm telling you, it is a great way to build a great life for yourself. Even if you I messed up a lot of times. But it's a great way to at least start somewhere in life. Man, serve you about 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? Man, that's a long time. No, it ain't. That shit is not a long time, man. I got brothers that just getting out now. Did their whole 20 years just getting out now. It is a great way to guarantee you get something to eat, to guarantee that you at least got a roof overhead, and maybe a bunk, maybe a barracks, but it's something to keep you safe and you ain't out on the streets. So you one of these individuals that somehow end up stumbling on this and you made it this far in this video, right? And you are battling with questioning what you want to do with your life. Or you got children right now and job market is bad, and you working at your local store and it ain't cutting it to where you can make all your bills. Let me tell you something, man. Damn anybody else that's around you. Damn what everybody else saying. Man, sometimes you gotta make the ultimate sacrifice for you to get out here and thrive. Ain't nobody out here giving shit for free, man. So I will tell you, and it will behoove you, separate so you can elevate. One thing, I will say this though, you don't always get to pick to where you go, be stationed at, but wherever you go, you're going to end up meeting some individuals that's going through probably some of the same things you went through, been through, probably still going through. But going to the service is a great way to get you some foundation. I'm just saying. And they kind of pass the joint with you smoked weed and all this other shit. They'll still able to get you through and all that type of jazz. Hell, they was doing that shit when I was, I don't know why they made this like this new thing. It ain't a new thing. That shit been going on. But it is a great way to lay a great foundation. You know what I mean? Especially if you ain't got nothing going and you sit on the couch just figuring out, man, what I'm finna do with life, man. I'm just watching the birds fly by. And man, listen, you can get that time over with. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want to go to school, whatever it is that you want to do, but it's a great way to do something for yourself. You know what I mean? You ain't got to wait until you damn near about to kick the bucket and you have somebody have to wipe your ass, bro. And you 50 still wanting to figure out life. Nah, man, go ahead and make that decision. Your family may not, hell, my old man didn't want me to do it. But I'd be goddamn if I'm be out here struggling for something. And you are sitting here saying, man, I'm gonna get this treat money. Man, this shit getting dry out there. Alright. The ones that chose the street, get what they doing right now. Man, good, what you doing, bro? Man, shit, enjoying my life right now. I don't know. Y'all laughed at me when I went. Shit. Enjoying my life. Stable ground. I'm not saying you ain't finna go through no hell or dealing with no BS. I'm not saying that. You still gonna have to deal with some life. You still gonna have to deal with some hectic times. But hell, you have a roof over your head, something to eat. I am not advocating for nobody, but I am saying it gets to a point where you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You'll get you a check on the 1st or 15th. Be a little responsible. Invest some. Save a little. Don't friend everybody. Everybody that's your friend. Do your job. Go home. Repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat. and you're lucky enough, you get to do your time and come home. Everybody don't make it home yet, but guess what? Everybody don't get to make it home when they walk outside their goddamn house. All right? So miss me with that shit. Oh man, I might not come home. Well, the fuck, you might not wake up tomorrow. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? Huh? What's your excuse? You have none. You ain't got none. You don't got none. So instead of just sitting there suffering and listening to some other jackass and ain't got shit going on, get off your ass, wipe yourself off, dust yourself off. Listen to the same thing I'm telling you that I just got to telling you. Don't get confused about what the hell going on. All that shit people be telling you they're going on the train, it ain't it. But it is a great way for you to have some type of foundation in your life. And another thing, I'll say this shit too. Dude, and you're not married right now, you ain't got nobody, don't get nobody. Just put that out there. Take care of you, take care of yourself, you know what I mean? And worry about what you got going on, because I promise you, when you do your time and you come home, I shit you not, the same people talking about, man, I'm gonna do this, they ain't did nothing with their life. They're still on the same block, on the same corner, giving the same sob ass story, while you decide to get up off your ass, do something a little different. You know what I mean? It ain't, every job, baby. I mean, motherfuckers going to jobs right now they cannot stand. I know. Hell, but at the same time, it's a great way for you to start a great life. Don't hesitate, don't wait. Go sign up today. Sound like a goddamn commercial, huh? I'm just saying. Anyways, y'all, man, listen, like I said, on these shows now, what I'm doing right now, we're going to run that segment first. I'm going to run the show, and I'm going to do my little video joints out there, man. I got some great analytics that came down and listened to a few people, you know what I mean, switching the show up, making things flow a little better. I got more people that watch. People watch this shit for almost a full 44 minutes averagely. That means every time I do a live, right, motherfuckers watching this shit from beginning to end. I know, because y'all be waiting for me to blow up. Y'all be waiting for me to go have one of them goddamn moments. I don't blame you though. I do. It's just that real. This channel's for survivors. This channel is real. It is what it is. But with that being said, man, here my little, what to say? Can we get the closing statements? So yeah, a lot of what people think happens in the military doesn't. But what does happen, growth, brotherhood, and lessons you can carry for life. And that is it. That right there, in a nutshell, when it comes to the military and those epic 5 things that don't happen in the military. And trust me, I can make that list a whole lot longer, but I just want to get to the ones that really matter. Right? Get to the ones that really matter. And we just really, breaking some of these myths down. And I would encourage people to do what you gotta do to make life easier for you. And I promise you, when you get out, you'll be able to do some phenomenal things, especially when you got your head on right. And whoo, man, I am telling you, I'm blessed. Listen, I got brothers I still lock in with it. Now, I don't always answer my phone. I know I deal with serious PTSD, and I am determined to get this land, y'all, as I say on every goddamn show. Determined to get this land. I'm determined to do so. I am strict about my time. Hell, I still feel like I'm probably in the military the way I be moving, but I'm here to tell you, and for my brothers and my sisters out there, I'll get to see. Shout out. So I'm always saying something black. Y'all know it ain't your name. Shout out Michelle. I'll be telling people how they call it. One thing I still ain't broke, y'all, and I've been out of the military for a little while now. I still call people by their last damn name. Your last, you done be remarried. Your ass done. Hell, you know what? Damn it, your last name is what I goddamn remember, and that's what I'm going with. All right, I'll start calling you something else. We ain't in the military no more, bro. You can call me by my first name. I don't know your first name. Your first name is your last name to me, damn it. All right? Hey, take it or leave it. Shit. But hey, man, another great show. Yeah, man, I told you, man, listen, I'm getting better and better at this. Y'all gonna see some new commercials come out. Great things happening, man. If you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with these shows that we got going on, and we pretty done. As you got a whole setup is about to start changing, y'all. You know what I mean? Routine builds confidence. Yes, it does. Veteran business must know is a great one too. And discipline over motivations. Inside, why are we sharing those 3 shows? Well, because there's ones that are best viewed. All right, so I'll keep sharing them hoes. And with that being said, let me go ahead and push these content out. August to school, right? August the 8th, 12 to 5 p.m. 12 to 5 p.m. Make sure you guys tap in. You're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you are out here struggling to get your kids things they need. Do yourself the best thing you can do is go to some of these events where they are giving out things, giving out supplies. At least your child can have a little something to have for school. You know what I mean? So tap in with that. Big shout out to Trappin' Inc. Big shout out to Trappin' Inc. We recently did some more graphics for them. And Smokey D's is doing all the catering for them. At the same time, boom, we got this going on. Back to school party, content day. You out here doing content like I'm doing right now. And you have a business out here like I actually have. And you need to get some content. You don't want to be out there with no phone doing that. This is where you want to bring your business or bring whatever it is that you got going. Bring it there. And the best people, the content people, the camera, they just did a big ass boat party, right? And all these people on the boat shaking ass and all this other shit. You into that world? Little shake, little titty, little shake. Be there because they have cameras, girls, models, the things you need to make some good content. They've got it. And big shout out to Spoons, one of the most dopest directors. Dope. They got a whole party bus out here. Transition the school bus into a party bus. Nah, for real. So, a lot of stuff going on. Big shout out to Quest Motions. If you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with Big G. Big G. I just recently purchased a shirt from JB Comedy. You can go to jbcomedy.com. Bro's on the road with Bubba Dub doing all these comedy shows and great things going on over there. And he is a veteran, right? That's right. You goddamn right. He's a veteran. At the same time, a lot of things I can mention, a lot of things I'm going to start sharing on this show. Go to Jim's IT Publishing. You need publishing doing your books. Shout out to Angel. You know what I mean? Angel's got raw, true novels. Make sure you tap in with that. And I'm waiting to share this, man. Bro has sent me this, and I told bro I was going to pop this up, and I'm going to pop this up real quick so you guys can check it out. One thing about me, man, I will always do my best to share what other veterans got going on and what they have doing. You know what I mean? Just I'm weird like that. I'm just saying, I'm weird like that. I like to share what people send me and what they have going on. I don't mind doing it, and I think it's very important to do that, man. So let me pull this thing up real quick before we get off here. I said I was gonna do it, and here it goes. Boom. I'm gonna move it over here to the big screen for you guys to check out. And you are a veteran, and what this site says is you don't have to be a veteran, right? But this is what we went over: exposing the myths of the military. That's what we went over, right? And I'm queuing this up so you guys can see it. I want you guys to see this in full view because my veteran brother put me on, Gonzo put me on this, and I want you guys to see this. So that's why I'm putting it up. Boom! There we go. Stand for those who stood for us. That's right. As you see on here, you can check out what they are doing. All right. And this right here is powerful. The patriotguard.org. Patriotguard.org. Founded in 2005. Let me tell you something about 2005. That's when I first went to the military in 2005. Founded in 2005 to shield families of fallen heroes from those that would dispute the service of their loved ones. The Patriot Guard Rioters has grown to include thousands of members across 50 states in the U.S. We are a 100% volunteer 501c3 organization. There is no charge for the Patriot Guard Rioters to honor a funeral with those. Listen, let me tell you guys something. This is powerful right here. It's powerful. Don't sleep. Tap in. Do what you got to do. Lock in. And this is what I also like right here. Let me scroll. So y'all know how I roll through here, right? Y'all know how I roll through this thing, man. I'm here checking out what people posting. You got people about their comments and all type of stuff on here, man. So get in, lock in, man. Shout out to Gonzo for sharing this with me, man. You know, it's very powerful. This is dope. It's very dope. You know what I mean? This is just dope. This is dope. So make sure you guys tap in with this, and you got in your hearts to tap in and share. Do that as fast as possible. But man, it's been a great show. I know I've kept y'all here long enough, man. And coming up here in just 5 weeks, just 5 weeks away, 5 weeks away, we will be doing what? We'll be rocking out in Kansas. That's right. I'm going to Kansas with Angel, right? And we're going to support another veteran. I will be hosting this Author Con. There's an event called Author Con coming up. Angel will be presenting her books. Y'all know I'm always talking about Angel's books that's there. And it's going to be other souls there. I'm actually going to be there with 3 other souls I actually serve with. So y'all don't know by now, I'm supporting those that have looked out for me, those that have made the ultimate sacrifice to do something for this country. You know what I mean? So as the ghost just knocked my computer down, we here. We rocking out. So make sure you guys tap in with that. It's your boy Inside. Once again, it's been another great show. Let's get it.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel.